right, welcome to the Artichoke, everybody. Yeah! I love doing this show, and oh my God, what a sold-out house. This is amazing. How's everybody doing tonight? All right. How many people are doing dry January? This guy too. I'm ending it tonight. There we go, ish over there. And how many people have an exercise thing that they're starting up this month? Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, I came back from Christmas break heavier than I'd ever been, and thank you. Thank you very much. And I decided it was finally time to do something about it. But like I hate working out. I don't like going to the gym. Like the only cardio exercise that like I love is hiking, and it's one of the reasons I moved to the Hudson Valley. You know, and I got this love of hiking from my dad, who was Austrian. He grew up in the Austrian Alps, so I went hiking with him all the time. And in fact, before he passed away, the two of us flew to Nepal and hiked to Mount Everest Base Camp together. Wow. Yeah, it was great. I've told that story here before. I was thinking about buying a piece of exercise equipment, and I was about to like pull the trigger on a Peloton when this ad comes on in front of me on Facebook for a treadmill, for a Nordic Track treadmill, like a hiking treadmill. And on the screen in front of the treadmill, it's first-person video of you hiking mountains all over the world. And the one reason I bought it is because in the ad, one of the trails you do is Mount Everest Base Camp. Wow. So I'm like, oh my God, every morning I can hike on the same trail that I hiked with my father. You know, this is amazing. Wow. So I bought it last week, and and as I'm buying it, like, you know, it's expensive. And at the end, at the end, there's like for $200 you can have somebody, you know, show up and set it up in your house, you know. But like my dad was a frugal man, you know, not cheap, like frugal. Like he grew up in post-World War II Austria. He knew the value of money, and he instilled that in me. So I saw that $200 fee, and I said, nah, you know. So the treadmill arrives on this truck. That's my girlfriend. She witnessed this whole thing. The treadmill shows up on this truck, and there's this one guy, you know, unloading it off the truck, and I'm like, okay, well, I want to put it in my guest bedroom, and he's like, this is a 375-pound box, dude. Like, I'm leaving this on your lawn, you know? And I was like, okay. So he leaves it on my lawn, and I tear into the box, and my girlfriend's watching this whole thing, like, you know, and I just have styrofoam all over the front yard, and I'm bringing it into my house piece by piece, and there's this one piece that's too heavy, so I call John Blesso, who introduced the show, and I'm like, dude, can you just help me bring this in my house? So he comes over, and we carry this heavy treadmill into my guest room, and I'm like, hey, man, when this thing is set up, like, you got to come over and try it out. And John was like, yeah, man, maybe I'll do that, you know, on my way to hiking that actual mountain that you live next to. So I start putting this thing together. And it takes forever. And I start canceling like meetings, you know, and like dodging my boss's Slack messages and stuff like that. And I keep calling my girlfriend in to help me, and you know, just like wire it together. And you know, I just keep bringing her into the room, and she finally says to me, she says, so they just sent it to you? They didn't set it up for you? And I said, you know, well, I could have done that, but it would have, you know, cost extra. And she was like, how much? And I said, you know, $200. And she was smiling, but I could see like something popped in her brain. And she walked out of the room. And 36 hours later, I turn the thing on, and the treadmill starts going. I've cost my company thousands. Don't tell my boss. But I finally have it going, and I start hiking I start hiking the Matterhorn in Switzerland virtually on my thing, and I could feel, you know, my dad, you know, next to me, hiking the mountain, knowing that I had saved $200, and just thinking to himself, that's my boy. So yeah. So.